Hey, once again, everyone, and welcome to a fresh edition of Weather for Weather Geeks on Thursday evening, the 9th day of April. What a gnarly day out there today. Windy, colder. We've had all sorts of different types of precipitation today. We've had rain, we've had snow, we've had soft hail, we've had grapple, and we've had sleet. And boy, it's just been kind of just unpleasant to be outside. This time lapse from Columbiana today is going to show just kind of the variable conditions. Occasionally the sun would break out, occasionally a hefty rain shower mixed with some sort of frozen precipitation would move through, the sun would come back out, and we had some thunder and lightning even with some of our heavier showers earlier on today. All of this pretty much went as we advertised in this video and throughout the course of our forecasting over the last couple of days. We said today was going to be a pretty wild day. Last evening on Weather for Weather Geeks, I talked about the possibility of lightning and soft hail, and yeah, we did have that today. Now, our 55-degree high today, that of course was very early on today, much before sunrise. We spent most of the day in the 40s, and today technically will go into the record books as just a degree cooler than average for the high temperature, but of course it was a lot colder than that this afternoon. Pretty rare cooler than average day in the last couple of weeks. We had a couple at the end of March and on April 1st. We had one on Sunday, but otherwise, yeah, it's been a pattern featuring a fair amount of warmth compared to the average in the high temperature department. I'm recording this video at 7:07 this evening, and we continue to see some showers, occasionally some snowflakes trying to mix in, gusty wind. It's just not very nice outside, and it's not going to be very nice outside all the way through the day tomorrow. This is underneath a very cold pool of air aloft, an upper level trough that really means some business. When you have air that's this cold aloft, tremendous instability can be created. That's why you get some thunder and lightning, even if it's only 42 degrees. That's why you can have sleet pellets and grapple and even snowflakes with temperatures in the mid-40s. When you have this kind of cold air aloft and this kind of instability, you can get this kind of stuff really no matter what the temperature is. It's kind of independent of the temperature. And yeah, this is a weather map that's a little more like mid to late March, really, than the first half of April. 37 our local temperature, lots of 30s and 40s across the Midwest, the Great Lakes, Ohio River Valley this evening. All right, as we head through the night tonight, rain showers will decrease in coverage pretty quickly this evening, and we'll be left with a scattering of snow flurries for Friday morning. I think we're going to see some snowflakes at times into the midday hours on Friday. Wind chills are going to be a factor tomorrow, starting out with wind chills in the upper teens to around 20 as Friday gets underway. Yuck. And we're not going to do a whole lot better in the afternoon. Wind chills in the afternoon, maybe sneaking up to about freezing. Thankfully, better things are coming as we go into the weekend. Some intervals of sun on Friday, followed by a decent amount of sunshine on Saturday. Some thin cirrus clouds are going to start pushing in, but we will be dry Saturday, and it'll be about 10 to 12 degrees warmer than it will be on Friday. Now, the clouds are going to win the battle eventually on Easter Sunday, but I think the rain's going to hold off until pretty late in the day, meaning we'll get away with a mostly dry day, and yeah, milder. High temperatures now expected to be in the mid-60s coming up on Sunday. So the weekend forecast is looking like this. I've got 52 on Saturday and a high of 63 in the forecast for Sunday. It clouds up Sunday, some showers later on in the day. Of course, not a lot of people are heading out to in-person services on Easter Sunday this year, but if you happen to be up early, it is going to be pretty mild, lower 40s. Later on in the day, those shower chances will increase. All right, we've got a doozy of a wind event coming up on Monday. Of course, today was windy. Tomorrow is going to be pretty blustery, but Monday I think the winds are going to be even more impressive than what we had today and what we'll have tomorrow. As a strong area of low pressure moves through the Ohio Valley. It'll be blustery in the morning, but in the afternoon as that low moves off to the north and we start getting into the west to southwest flow behind this, I mean, the wind is really going to start screaming on Monday. And I'm not going to be surprised if high wind warnings and wind advisories are going to be issued for the entire area for Monday because wind gusts are modeled right now to perhaps top 50, even 55 miles per hour across a good chunk of our area as we get into Monday afternoon. This is just one run of one model, but you know there's good model agreement here that with these kind of wind gusts, this is at least wind advisory criteria, perhaps even high wind warnings will need to be issued. Another look at the 6 to 10 day outlook, really kind of the same map I showed you last evening. It is a cinch, it is a guarantee that this is going to be a cooler than average period. That said, after our windstorm on Monday, it does look pretty quiet for the bulk of next week with some sun, but temperatures will be no higher than the 40s for a few days. Looks like we'll start to ease out of that cold snap a little bit by next weekend, but it's not going to be, we're not going to be easing, it looks like, quickly back into the 60s and 70s or anything like that. Maybe we'll get some 50s again by next weekend, but I think we've got a handful of days in the 40s coming up for next week. So, this is the kind of map that we never showed back in winter. If we showed this kind of map in the dead of winter, we'd be talking about high temperatures in the teens and 20s, low temperatures below zero. It's just the kind of pattern we never got into throughout the whole winter. Occasionally we dipped into a pretty cold pattern compared to the average in November. We're going to get into it here in April, but in the heart of winter, that sort of thing was basically missing in action. That'll do it for me tonight. Thanks for watching tonight's edition of Weather for Weather Geeks. I'll have some updates on social media this evening regarding Friday and the weekend forecast. Don't forget you can get the forecast anytime on the Storm Tracker 21 app.